Hi guys, welcome to December. I am here first thing in the morning with my cup of coffee because I need to archive my November Filofax pages. This is one of those things that makes me very anxious about the Filofax system, is that it's not a contained book of memories and moments and things that I've done during the year the way the Hobonichi Weeks or any other bound planner is. And so I'm really trying to work on coming up with a way to archive it in a way that I would not necessarily flip through, because as I mentioned in my previous video, I don't particularly enjoy looking through these, but that these moments don't get lost per se. Because I did write down some sweet memories and just information about my life and my children's lives that I don't want to just disappear. So I would try to find a way to either make sure that they've been noted down somewhere else, or that I can find them again if I ever am looking just for things that my daughter did in, fall of 2025. So that is what we're going to do today. I have gone back and forth with whether or not I wanted to maintain all of my pages in my notebook, but I just don't think that that is feasible when you're doing daily pages. I do like the idea of kind of a clean start. I think that the rings are great because you're not locked into any particular system. You can completely just decide to change it at any point. And while I'm not necessarily doing that this month, I still want kind of that clean refresh. So I'm just going to kind of go through, and like this can just come out at this point. I haven't been using this. This I believe is from Peanuts Planner Co. And honestly, it was originally going to be a no spend tracker. It's just something that I never kept up with. I do maintain, I think I want to maintain all of my monthly plans. I don't know, that just something about not having an entire year's worth of monthlies kind of freaks me out a bit. My health log, I do need to print out some more of these, but I have another page for next month. So I'm just gonna leave that for now. And then November wins. I need to finish, I think I fell off for a couple days. So I don't know if I have anything for the 29th. Oh, we got to watch. That was boring. I feel like the 29th, the wins are something that I took from Nikki Kaigi, and I've really enjoyed them as just pulling out small moments of my day, or they could be big moments, but for me a lot of them have been small, of just like, yes, accomplishment. Like on the 29th I cleaned out some fountain pens. And then on the 30th, made it to vacation. This is something that I'm going to continue to do. So I'm actually, I know, I'm like, okay, actually, hold on, let me grab another piece of paper. I think I'm running out of notebook paper. I'm gonna need to grab some more pieces of paper. My inserts for 2026 have not arrived yet. Okay, so this will be the first thing that's getting archived, and then we will add a page for December wins. It is December 4th. I'm a little bit behind, but that's okay. I'm gonna write. This is a Jinhao Sailor dupe. It's one of the pens that I cleaned out, and I put Coffee Break by Colorverse on it. It writes very broadly as an extra fine. I'll catch up with that eventually. Okay, and then I am just gonna archive all of these, but this is where finding a way to maintain the memories. So I'm gonna grab a piece of paper, and so I did start this in the end of October. So I'm just gonna write on here, like October, November 2025. You'll notice that I write, maybe you won't because you can't see, it's not that clear. I write in cursive most of the time, but sometimes when I want to be able to quickly find something, I'll write in print. One, because it's obviously different than the rest of my writing, and two, just because my eyes are more attuned to print still. I can read print faster than cursive, even my own. So honestly, I'm just going to go through my pages for a little bit and kind of see if there's anything super noteworthy that wasn't necessarily a win, that's all not already noted down. And see what needs to be pulled out and noted. I think, gonna grab, I also am just grabbing my like notes notebook and my travelers to note down anything that is more of something that I run in here to like look up or do, so that way I can make sure that it was done. Access today. Any what rocky? At some point I was putting all of my daily pages like in the middle of the weeks, and that stopped right away because it was actually rather annoying. And then I switched to doing my weeks from the weeks. So let's see if there's anything here. The other thing I might come back to this at the end because I think I want to note down any good dinners that we had, because I'm always struggling to come up with ideas for food for like that the kids like. Nothing like crazy that we did. All kind of standard stuff for us. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, these breakfast tostadas are really, really good though. I will put the recipe in. Let me actually, I'm gonna put that here so I can breakfast. Remember to save the recipe. Okay. And that's this. And then these are the rest of my daily pages. We're just gonna keep going through them. This has been actually, I think, really helpful also to see these get really lost for me. I'm mostly just focusing on this part. So this might be a better idea for me to actually plan my time and then use this as the true log. 8 way too much candy, yep. Let's note that down. This was when my daughter really started getting into potty training, and like right now, so that was November 2nd, she peed in the potty. Today, November 4th, she has majority peed in the potty for the past like 4 days. She's had a couple accidents, and not even accidents, she's had a couple times where she's told me she's peeing, but she's wearing a diaper and she just continues to go in the diaper. But other than that, we're so close to potty training. And if you're not a parent, you probably don't understand how exciting that is to not have diapers in the house anymore, but I think you can imagine. Let's see, November 3rd. My kids started watching all the old Disney movies. Like all the old princess movies. My son's favorite so far has been Snow White. So when I cut up the weeks, I don't know if I really need to note that, but I did. I finished Catabasis. I don't need to note that because that's kind of already elsewhere, you know, in planners and stuff. Watch Sleeping Beauty. Oh, that I will write down. That is a list of authors that I wanted to read. I did start reading Annie Ernaux. I just finished A Frozen Woman last night and it was very good. A bit upsetting, but very good. I do want to continue reading Annie Ernaux and the Yale University Press Why I Write series. Okay. Started. Oh, Korean. Yeah, it's not style. Let's go get through this. Guys, can you join us? Notes. Finished is cousin. What the T-Bow with kids. Oh yeah, built my IKEA furniture. That's probably a win, but built my nail desk. Nails to forever. Oh, I want to take this out. I'm just going to stick this in my open tasks log. Erased. Back to flip phones. I think what's hard about not knowing, well, I have so many thoughts about not knowing what books go where. You want to hold on lines? I have lines to use somewhere. Phrases to use. is that sometimes I carry this around with me, and so like this is a little just random writing snippet that got put in here. So like things just end up in weird places. Okay, this is also photo sizes. I don't know why I'm writing November on all of these. Some of our neighbors came over to play magic with my husband and they bring their kids, and it was all going relatively well until it wasn't, and then suddenly one of the girls bites another one of the girls, and we were just like, okay, the night is over now. Oh good, I noted that I started a frozen oven. So it took me about a week to read. Let's see, 24th. And then that, I think, is basically it. Let's see. I don't need to note down Thanksgiving. Yashtariara. I wanted to. I always forget that name. And that is that. That is that. Okay. So, and like, let's look at, so all of these are gonna come out. So I'm gonna take all of these out up through, I'm gonna take, I think that I'm a chicken. And I'm gonna leave these Filofax weeks in here, even though I'm not using them, just in case I change my mind. Okay, and then the weeks through here. I know, I guess I'll leave, I don't know, that's so weird to have to do that like that, but that's okay. I'll do that. Okay, I have this week, and then my dailies with all the stuff stacked inside it as well. Yeah. Ooh, you know what? I forgot about my M5. Okay, we will grab that in a second. We're gonna stack that there, and we'll put that on top. I need to get some stuff. Okay, now let's go through the rest of this. I think that all of my lists and stuff are just gonna stay in here for now. My book log is gonna stay in here for now, but I wasn't sure if I want to save my book notes in here or if I want to archive these. I think that I might just archive them. So with the month that I finished it, at the same time, maybe I'll leave them in here and this will be a yearly archive. And then maybe it'll be its own archive. Let's leave that. It'll be simple enough to just stick them into the months later on if that's what I so choose. Okay, so I have the weeks for the rest of the year. I have some more pages. It's obviously not enough for the month. I think I'm gonna return to this. So I need to grab some more of those. Okay, so I cannot find my refill paper, so we're just gonna hope that my new inserts come in the mail in the next 2 weeks or so. So what I'm doing to archive this then, so basically this is done. I am gonna kind of wanna stick, I have these like little things. So I'm gonna stick some in here. That there, and then this one. I'm just slowly like collecting things that go in these guys. just to make it a little December-y. Yeah, that's good for now. And then, yeah, so my pages that I'm archiving. So it has lost a little bit of bulk there. I'm gonna put more paper in there eventually. So basically what I'm gonna do right now, I have considered buying binders to store these things in, but honestly, part of me thinks that I'm never gonna look through these again. I would just like to not throw them away at this point, at least maybe in like a year or so. So I just have big safety pins. What are these, paper clips? I'll just do one on the top and one on the side. Bam, bam. And then I have these bags. These are from Heidi Swap scrapbooking stuff that I just have lying around. I might go find something else eventually because this is not very like deep. So I don't know how many I could actually store in here realistically. I think I have, so I have, oh, I lost my wins because I was using it as a bookmark. So I have my cover sheet with just kind of the snippets of what happened. I have my November wins, and then I have my weeks and my daily logs, and that is it. I think things like the health log, I might add 2 pages in the future. And yeah, so that is my archive for the month. We'll just have to stick it in here. So I think I'll be able to fit like a few packets in here, but I need to go find something else to use. I used to have a bunch of these, but I've thrown them all away. And then the other thing that I've created was my November open tasks list. I'm including, this is just a sticky note with the Guillermo de Torres, wow, required reading from an interview he did, and then just some stuff that I want to make sure I've noted down. In case you're curious, Love and Other Historical Accidents, which is a fan fiction, was removed from AO3. I meant to download it before it was removed so I could bind it if I wanted to, and it did not. But I just want to note that down somewhere because it is going to be published into a book. I want to find this breakfast tostadas recipe, some people that I want to read, and then photo sizes as per Lindsay Scribble's description for printing from Canva, and then Yoshitara Yara. I wanted to look into it a little bit more because I think I've had too much exposure to their art. I used to not enjoy it, but I see it so much on planners and I'm like, okay, actually, yeah, I get it. That's pretty cute. So, and that is it. That is my archiving for the month. Thanks for hanging out with me. I think that this will be a good system, and it also made me encouraged to keep working in the daily logs, which was something that I'm still going back and forth whether or not I'm going to continue doing it in 2026, but having this record to like go back and review and moments that I did forget was really nice and very enjoyable. So I might continue this. Oh my gosh, I still forgot the M5. My M5. Okay. I'm gonna let's see if there's anything in here that needs to be pulled out. I had done some daily pages. Maybe I'll just some journaling, sticker. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna take these out. I'm gonna just take them out and stick them in where they go. It's gonna die, but okay. So that is my completed archive for November and a little bit of October. With my M5 pages put in there. I still haven't really talked about how I'm using the M5 because I have no idea what's happening in it. It's basically just something I carry around with me sometimes and sometimes use. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I archived these, and I hope you're having a great December so far. Talk to you soon. Bye.